Hello traders, just another update on the S&P. Back on the 14th of June, I made a video about the S&P calling for, I want to say 4430-ish based on a 4-hour Ichi wave target. We hit that a couple weeks ago. I'll drop down into the lower time frames in a minute, but I want to draw your attention to this larger wave count, which is the A, B, C as shown. And I believe I've touched on this before, but if not, it gives credence to David Hunter's 6,000 call on the S&P in a blow-off top type action. So using the low from COVID basically, and again, this is a weekly Ichi, so we're talking some major macro stuff. But using that low, the high of January of 22, and then the low we put back in October of 22 as our ABC, we get the following projections. We have the, ooh, shit's a little jumbled here, so forgive me. An NT wave target corresponding to an E wave of this lower count up at 4,800-ish. That's where my eyes are right now. We've got a cluster here on the N and V wave of this major count up in the 6K range, which is David Hunter's prediction, and as high as 7460, let's call it, on an E wave weekly. So something to keep your mind on as long as we stay above the cloud here on the weekly. So unless you see this thing break below 3920s or so, these are possibilities, as crazy as they may sound. Our smaller targets on this minor A, B into the C, you see we tap the N wave beautifully, and we're now pulling back. You know, you can pull back to the Tenkin here at 4240. You can pull back to the Kijun at 4120. Cloud, whatever. Who knows? Like I said in previous videos, I don't predict, so I don't know. I'll play it when I see it. On the daily, you can see we've clearly started to pull back into a correction here. We've broken below the Tenkin, so eyes are on the 4280, let's call it, for the Kijun, which gives us a nice consolidation from back in, looks like the beginning of June. We do still have higher targets on the daily structure, this being the A put in back in December of 22, the B in February of 23, and the most recent low making the C in March of 23. We blew through the N wave. As long as we don't put in some kind of divergence or super strong dump below the Kijun, we can make a case for the 4580, 4620 V and E wave targets. But again, time will tell. Dropping into the 4-hour, which is what I made my video based on back on the 14th, or at least finished with as far as predictions. I was calling for this 4430, which we tagged nicely 15th and 16th of June, and that's where our correction came in. I haven't reworked any lower time frame counts on the 4-hour. I will do that in an upcoming video. We are now below the cloud. Chiku's below price. TK is in a death cross, if you will. Future cloud is bearish, so until we manage to start reversing this trend and start printing prices above the Tenkan and the Kijun, lower prices are likely incoming, future targets to be determined. As always, good luck, have fun, practice solid risk management, and thank you for your 5.5 minutes.